What up? This is Rap Agent. So I got a big update on the 6ix9ine case. So yeah, he's currently locked up in the same facility as Diddy. So he's locked up in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. So yeah, that's where he's at. And so they got a bunch of celebrities, I guess. They've been locking up recently in this music game. So this is not really a good look for what's going on in the hip hop world. But yeah, 6ix9ine's up in there with Diddy, and his next hearing is going to be November 12th. So that's coming up. And there's a chance he might get out on November 12th, but there's also a chance he might get officially sentenced to, well, he was currently serving 5 years of probation or parole, whatever you want to call it. So that was almost up, though. And he only has about 5 to 6 months left on that before he's done. So the worst they can do, it looks like, is keep him locked up for about 5 to 6 months. So he'll be out early next year at the latest, I would expect. So this all stems from 6ix9ine. First of all, he showed up late to his court date. It was about an hour late. The judge said, it looks like you have a disregard for the law, because he just showed up whenever he decided to show up. And so 6ix9ine said he just slept in late. He said, my bad, basically. And so the judge had reviewed what they're talking about, and he saw that, well, 6ix9ine was up on 3 technical violations for his parole and his probation. So the judge was looking at that. He said, you've been missing drug tests. So he's been missing his tests, scheduled drops. He was supposed to provide drug tests, and he was missing those, I guess. And when he finally did make a test on time to drop, well, they found that he tested positive for meth, which they said is probably via some Adderall pills or something, whatever that is. And then they're saying that they found weed in the system as well. So yeah, he wasn't supposed to have none of that in the system. He was supposed to be squeaky clean. And so this is gonna be what his violation is about. And so yeah, you can't even miss those tests either. You're supposed to really be making all those tests. There's not much room for exemption. There's no excuses. You got to make those tests. And he almost made it through his probation without any issues, but now he's going through this. And who knows if his previous cases from the Dominican Republic might show up, because he has some issues, some legal issues going on with that, where he was locked up for some charges out there. So who knows if that's going to be brought up eventually in this case as well. But 6ix9ine just recently signed a major deal as well. He signed a deal with Cartel Records. I guess they're probably a Latin label or something, because he's been making mostly Latin music lately. You haven't heard much rap coming out of 6ix9ine recently. So he just signed a major deal. He's competing with Bad Bunny and them. And so, yeah, that's his deal. And part of his deal, though, was that he was supposed to stay out of trouble. So we'll see how that flies with them, because Cartel Records sounds pretty serious. I mean, are they actually the cartel? You never know. You never know with these labels, what their street ties are. And so how they just come up with a name like Cartel Records, you know. So who is he really involved with? You know, who is 6ix9ine really involved with? The one thing we did notice from 6ix9ine, though, is that he hasn't really been in the scene dissing rappers lately. He hasn't been taunting Chicago rappers. He just completely shifted away from that. But who knows how he's going to behave once he's off of probation officially early next year. So I wouldn't expect much to come out of this arrest. I think it's just, you know, he violated. They got to go through the process. And he might even be out in a week or two. Like I said, November 12th coming up quick. So he'll be able to see if they'll let him out, or if he's going to have to sit down for another few months. Either way, it's not much. He'll be out soon and back in the streets. And once he's out with this, once he's done with this sentence, like I said, early next year, he's off completely. So he'll be back like a free man, like completely free. So at that point, we'll see if his attitude changes, or if he starts behaving more like the old 6ix9ine that we used to see out here, taunting Chicago rappers and drill rappers and really talking a lot of stuff. I don't know how he got away with all that. I guess he said he would, though. I remember back then he was saying ain't nothing gonna happen to him. He said, watch, You're going to see me next week. You're going to see me the week after. He said, look at all this I just said about your favorite rappers and watch nothing happen to him. It's like he knew nothing was going to happen to him. He just was very confident in how he was moving around. He even pulled up to Chicago back then. Can you believe that? Like, this dude pulled up to Harold's Chicken. Even if he was just there to hop out and hop back in the truck, still, if you know, he's in Chicago. He's on the block, like in the trenches. So, man, 6ix9ine somehow got away with all that. Somehow, you know what I'm saying? And he really disrespected a lot of people. And, you know what I'm saying? He just disrespected a lot of drill rappers. And somehow he was able to get out of all that. But what if when Shotty gets out in them? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen then? What's going to happen when what's some Trey 9, whatever? I think it's Treyway. What happens when they get out? You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, I'm expecting them to be getting out soon. I ain't got the exact release date of Shotty and all them, but you know what I'm saying? We already got Kuda B out. You know what I'm saying? Kuda B did his time. Like, time's been moving. Time has been moving. It's been 5 years. I think Shotty got like 9 years total. So I believe that's what he got. So he got about 4 years left then. Maybe 4. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Maybe even sooner than that. We never know. Those charges didn't even seem super serious. Like, it wasn't like the Dirk charges. Like, Dirk's facing some serious charges. And we're going to get into that in another video. Make sure you like this video. Let's get 100 likes on this video so I can keep coming back with more content for y'all. Make sure you follow Rap HITZ on all social media. All right? And then make sure you subscribe as well. I'm out of here.